Oh, we'll whoop her up for Silliman, we'll whoop her up again. We'll whoop her up for Silliman, a jolly set of friends. Oh, we'll whoop her up for Silliman, we'll whoop her up again. We ra sis boom ba, ra sis boom ba, ra sis boom ba, ra sis boom ba.
Please welcome your host, Ronald Christian Coleman of the SILLIMAN University Student Government.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. We stand here in the midst of an iconic cultural venue of Silliman University, the Amphitheater, which, as of January 1st, also celebrates its 100th birthday this year. So today, folks, everything is about celebrating the centennial celebration of these two iconic landmarks of our beautiful campus beside the sea. We are on this revival of the McINTIRE Oratorical Contest. To share with us the history of this public speaking event, may I call on our Goodwill Ambassador, Abhishek Prince Joshua of India. Go ahead.
Oh, it's such a delight to be here in this joyous occasion to celebrate the 100th birthday of Oriental Hall. Happy birthday, Oriental Hall. And as our gift to the Oriental Hall, the Oasis family of Silliman is reviving the McINTIRE Oratorical Contest, which was established way back in 1913. Yes, that is a long time ago. In fact, much older than the amphitheater and the centennial celebrator, Oriental Hall. And this 1913 public speaking event was a tribute to two pioneers in Silliman history, English language mentor Walter McINTIRE with his wife, theater director Rebecca Berry, who served Silliman from 1902 to 1911. The quality of Silliman English was earlier attributed to Dr. McINTIRE, as he was considered as the one with the best linguistic ability among the faculty. Dr. Walter O. McINTIRE and the McINTIREs founded excellent programs for culture and arts development here in Silliman. And this 2021 revival of the McINTIRE event is our birthday gift to Oriental Hall, and to express our gratitude to the legacy of excellence to Walters, Rebecca's, and to all these before us. And this is 100 years of Oriental Hall, 1921 to 2021.
Well, thank you very much, Prince. And there you guys have it. Now you know why we're here. Welcome to the 2021 McINTIRE Oratorical Contest. After more than 80 years, it's here once again. Thank you for Prince for bringing us on this journey back in time. Now for the criteria on judging. There will be no content criterion, as they are to deliver an editorial from a leading publication. As a public speaking event, the focus here is all on style. Style is graded using the following parameters below, for a total of 100 points or 100% of the total score. First, we have voice quality, worth 20%. Did the participants speak clearly or did they just read? Fluency, 25%. Was it a smooth delivery? Did they have good pacing? Body language, 25%. Did the participant maintain good eye contact and good posture? Did the participant use facial and hand gestures at all? Eloquence, 30%. Did the participant show any interest or enthusiasm for the topic? So with this first set, we are ready to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, our first contestant is from the United States of America, from the College of Computer Studies. Please let me welcome Joshua Jean Salas.
Honorable judges, fellow Sillimanians, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The ocean connects all corners of the earth. It supports life, and we need to better understand and support it to ensure a prosperous future. The ocean holds a fascination for many. The great unknown, the freedom of the seas. But for many more, it is their food source, part of their everyday life, and essential for existence. Yet, the funding to study the ocean, at an average of 1.7% of national research budgets, is low. To address this, 2021 to 2030 has been designated the United Nations Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. Declaring this decade in December 2017, the UN set an agenda for international cooperation, mobilizing researchers, policymakers, businesses, and civil society to work together to stop the decline in ocean health and ensure a sustainable resource for years to come. With most of the ocean being a global common, it is societal responsibility to work together to ensure its protection. Climate change is known to be affecting the ocean in a number of ways, and the ocean has begun to receive more attention in climate negotiations. A study in 2017 found that 70% of 161 nationals determined contributions to the Paris Agreement included marine issues. Increased temperature is the cause of coral bleaching, a visual and well-reported effect of climate change, and more heat is being added and stored in the ocean each year. Recent work shows that regarding the top 2,000 meters, the year 2020 showed the highest rate of ocean heat content increase on record, and at the regional scale for the upper 700 meters. Larger sections of the ocean are showing statistically significantly warming trends, and less areas are showing cooling trends. As well as this general increase in ocean heat, marine heat waves are occurring more frequently and events can persist for long periods. Yet our ability to predict these events and therefore manage better ecosystems and food resources is still quite variable, ranging from days to years in advance depending on the region and drivers of specific events. Alongside increased heat, there are associated physical changes underway that will impact the ocean system health. For example, stratification has increased, limiting vertical exchange through water column by about 5% since 1960. Deoxygenation, where warming water holds less oxygen, and coupled with changes in stratification and circulation, changes the amount of oxygen entering the deep ocean, which has potential wide-ranging effects on fisheries and ecosystems. Ocean governance relies on the cooperation of all nations. Raising awareness and prominence of ocean issues, as is the aspirations of the United Nations Decade, will benefit us all by focusing on crucial but understudied parts of our planet. And I thank you.
Thank you very much, Joshua. It's very important that we talk about issues regarding the oceans because the issues that happen today will get so much worse in the future. So thank you one more time, Joshua. Now everyone, our next contestant comes all the way from Korea, a current student at the School of Public Affairs and Governance. Please let me welcome Ms. Sun Rayong.
Honorable members of the Board of Judges, faculty, staff, fellow students, and friends, good afternoon. Bridging the divide in the US-South Korea alliance. The United States' alliance with South Korea is one of its most important relationships, not just in Asia, but around the world. Yet no alliance is without disagreement. And as the United States and South Korea's partnership approaches its 8th decade, new geopolitical realities could pose obstacles to its integrity. With North Korea continuing to build on its capabilities to produce weapons of mass destruction and China posing growing challenges, it is as important as ever that progressive and conservative policymakers on both sides of the alliance understand one another's perspectives. Both sides must invest in finding ways to forge consensus on key issues and bridge the divide where necessary. However, they must also realize that it is natural to have different positions and that it is okay to not agree on everything. In particular, progressive foreign policy leaders in both countries share many perspectives, but their views sometimes differ on two fundamental questions. What are the greatest challenges that the alliance should focus on? And how should the alliance address the threat posed by North Korea? As the United States and South Korea hold somewhat divergent views on how much of a role the alliance should play in the regional and global issues beyond the peninsula, 2021 would be a good time to try a new initiative that could meet the expectations of both countries. By working with South Korea on the global response to the pandemic, the United States could help bolster the alliance's ability to focus on global issues while choosing an issue that South Korea has already been contributing to beyond its borders. To start, the new ally should establish a series of priorities for the alliance to tackle in terms of building public health capacity, such as strengthening the World Health Organization, ensuring fair vaccine distribution, sharing pandemic-related lessons, and providing public health assistance to developing countries. Initial steps could include becoming members of the WHO's Access to COVID-19 Tools Accelerator, a global collaboration dedicated to the accelerated development and production of, as well as equitable global access to, COVID-19 tools. South Korea's effective response to the pandemic remains a model around the world. Combined with America's resources and expertise, the two countries could help bolster the international response. U.S. force posture on the Korean Peninsula often can take on outsized importance and perceptions of the alliance. Some policymakers, regardless of their political leanings, believe that the U.S. troop presence to be synonymous with the alliance reductions, to be tantamount signaling an erosion in support for the alliance. This was part of the conversation over the past few years, as Trump repeatedly suggested that reducing U.S. troops to the peninsula was on the table. The way in which Trump made these suggestions and the way in which he canceled U.S.-South Korea military exercises without consulting Seoul undermined the alliance. The key issue that both sides need to keep in mind when it comes to force posture is the alliance has shared goals, and the U.S. military presence and cooperation between the two militaries is just one of the tools that the allies have to achieve these goals. The United States and South Korea must ensure that any force posture discussions about military exercises, troop levels, or the deployment of weapon system happens within the broader context of the alliance goals. The number of U.S. troops in South Korea and the schedule of military exercises should not be viewed as sacrosanct, but rather as a way to advance shared interest. For instance, as long as both sides agree that a change in force posture could help advance diplomacy while maintaining deterrence against the DPRK, these changes should be fully considered. Similarly, the United States and South Korea must recognize that issues such as OPCON transfer and SMA negotiations have an impact on the broader alliance, and both sides should work quickly to resolve outstanding questions on both issues. The U.S.-South Korea alliance is vital to both countries in terms of not only dealing with the threat posed by North Korea, but also for its potential to tackle broader regional and global challenges. But for the alliance to be most effective and to have the widest possible support on both sides, the two countries must strive to better understand one another. This must include efforts from progressive in the United States and South Korea to find common ground on key challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, now more than ever, the society needs global cooperation and understanding to move forward in these challenging times. A constructive engagement will impact a wide range of population and can impact on significant regional and global issues. I believe by being optimistic and forward-looking, this bilateral relationship will go a long way. Thank you again, and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, son. The world is coming together in hopes and prayer for the unity between these two countries. Now, so far, I'd say so good. I'm very proud of my fellow international students, and to give us some vital wisdom on some of these really current ongoing topics in the world. Now it's time to say thank you to our virtual mentors. Thank you, Kuya Mo Atega, and to our former student government president, Suzanne Lou Bacara. Let's listen to her.
Hello, everyone. I am Suzanne Lou Bacara. And when Kuya Mo texted me and asked me to be a mentor in the McINTIRE oratorical competition, I did not hesitate to accept the opportunity. Indeed, it is my privilege and my honor to give back something for all the years that SILLIMAN has helped mold me into a public speaker. So when I worked with two of the contestants here, from the very beginning, I was blown away by their poise, their diction, and their confidence. All I needed to do was just give them a few tips. I'm also amazed at this event wherein, despite a pandemic, people can still come together, exchange ideas, and learn from each other. So congratulations, SILLIMAN University, and congratulations to the Oriental Hall for its 100th anniversary. All the best.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Suzanne. Now, everyone, I have a very special intermission to introduce. Please help me welcome my co-host for this event, Miss SILLIMAN International 2020, Abigail Adamola. The beautiful Abby, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. Handsome Ronnie.
Oh, wow.
It's so good to be here. Happy 100th birthday to Oriental. Wow, it's a century already. My name is Abigail, a nursing student from Nigeria. It is my honor to present to you this gift of culture. February is Culture and Art Month in Philippines, and the SILLIMAN University Dance Company was a very special feature of the celebration. Please welcome the SILLIMAN Dance Troupe in Petit Mingao, a courtship dance from Rucksack City, celebrating success of secret love. Culture and Art Council of SILLIMAN University. The dance was a wonderful one. I enjoyed it. I love the color of culture and tradition. Now, may I introduce to you our judges of the 2021 Oratorical Contest. Our first judge is an alumnus of the College of Mass Communication. He graduated cum laude in 1999, had his master's in Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism, and he won the Robert Aaron Award Excellence in Writing and Reporting. And as senior producer and journalist of Al Jazeera, he actually, with much courage, the Iran nuclear deal negotiation in Tehran, and many more challenging assignments. Ladies and gentlemen, pride of Sillimanians in global journalism, Ted Amedila Regentia. Our next judge is from the country, Nigeria, and I'm so proud of him. He was the Vice President of Igala International and was awarded Most Outstanding International Student in the Philippines in 2018. That is exceptional, right? Ladies and gentlemen, an alumnus from College of Nursing, Emmanuel Akimbode. And finally, let us go to Thailand for our next judge. This alumnus from the biology program of SILLIMAN University has a PhD in human geography from Durham University in the UK, managed the regional climate change adaptation knowledge platform, and led SEI's initiative on transforming development and disaster risk. Currently a senior research fellow at Stockholm Environment Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome together Dr. Albert Salamanca. Thank you, judges, for virtually helping us. We are proud of your spirit of volunteerism. So now, may I hand over to you and some running.
Thank you very much, Miss Abigail, once again, our reigning Miss Silliman International 2020. Now, I will give you our next contestants. Coming all the way from Indonesia, a current student at the College of Business Administration, please help me introduce Miss Claudine Alessandra Sabayan.
Honorable members of the Board of Judges, faculty, staff, fellow students, and friends, good afternoon. Connectivity key to sustainable ASEAN community. ASEAN leaders adopted the Master Plan on Connectivity to further advance community building and integration. This landmark Master Plan is a testament to the astute foresight of the leaders to help the region stay focused and on track toward the ASEAN community. It is ASEAN's response to the region's needs for improved physical, institutional, and people-to-people linkages within and with the rest of the world. All eyes are now upon us as we implement the strategies. But how will connectivity benefit the stakeholders, particularly the ASEAN people? Well, I would say that enhancing connectivity would bring about many economic and non-economic gains, including employment, business opportunities, convenience, as well as greater choices of goods and services. The openness of trade among ASEAN countries has given consumers better product choices. Open trade also gives producers and manufacturers choices in buying better capital goods and raw materials with lower prices. This will definitely help them improve and motivate them to produce higher quality products that could surpass international quality, thus giving them the opportunities to increase sales and income, as well as bigger markets to export their goods. Further, it is estimated that a 1% increase in infrastructure spending in Asia can increase private consumption by 1 to 2% of gross domestic product. The development of physical infrastructure within regional groupings promises tremendous business opportunities. And because of the global economic connectivity, foreign investments has improved in ASEAN countries. Foreign portfolios continuously come, and there have been huge investments in various sectors, such as industries, infrastructures, as well as private companies in those countries. This will lead lower-income countries, landlocked regions, and hinterlands gaining access to mainstream economic activities, such as exports to larger regional markets and linkages with regional production networks and industrial zones. Now, in deciding on connectivity projects, it is important to strengthen the bonds between the mainland and the archipelagic ASEAN member states and accord equal priority to maritime connectivity, because more than 80% of freight is transported through the sea. With this, we can expect costs and distance to shrink remarkably within ASEAN and beyond. According to a study in 2008, the logistics cost for intra-ASEAN container movement is estimated to be $2.25 billion a year, with 55% representing out-of-pocket costs, such as terminal, transport, and access costs, and 45% time costs. Implementing a comprehensive logistics infrastructure could reduce these costs by 4% and logistics time by 9%. This is substantial, amounting to roughly $140 million of cost reductions in a year. The same study also shows that custom clearance processes are time-consuming, and domestic transportation constitutes a large portion of total costs. Now, let me give you an example. One shipment of goods can often involve dozens and dozens of parties and documents, don't you think? But no worries. The ASEAN members are in implementing stages of their national single windows, which will eventually move toward an ASEAN single window. When this happens, we can expect faster border clearances by providing traders a single point for submitting documentation. The savings in costs can only boost business activities among the traders. On the other hand, improving people-to-people contacts will foster a stronger sense of shared cultural and historical linkages. In 2010, tourism in ASEAN flourished, with a total of 73 million international arrivals. This is an increase of 11.53% compared to 2009. Intra-ASEAN tourism was the major source market of the region, with shares of 47% in 2010. With improved connectivity in terms of better air linkages and more liberal visa requirements, this will only increase further inbound and intra-ASEAN tourism. An enhanced connectivity would also bring greater effectiveness of the web for ASEAN-centered free trade agreements and speed up the development of free trade arrangements in East Asia as the region booms. This will not only benefit us, but also other regional and global firms operating in the region. Enhancing connectivity beyond the region suggests a strong desire to link the people and economies closer. This can potentially place ASEAN as the center of East Asia growth and development. In contrast, the development of ASEAN connectivity may bring negative impacts as well. But ASEAN countries recognize this and are determined to manage these negative economic impacts, such as tackling the asymmetric distribution of regional connectivity and managing the negative socio-economic impacts across countries, to ensure win-win outcomes for all the ASEAN countries. In order to do this, ASEAN needs to seize the opportunities offered by its geographical and comparative advantages, as well as its competitive challenges brought by the global trade and investment environment. The World Bank estimated that ASEAN needs to invest over $7.5 trillion in overall regional and national infrastructure. We must look both within and outside the region to finance this master plan. The establishment of an ASEAN Infrastructure Fund marks an important step towards attracting private sector financing. The idea of an AIF was conceived to address and provide financing for the huge infrastructure requirements of ASEAN. The utilization of public-private partnership models will also be critical in harnessing the private sector. The General Secretary of ASEAN, Surin Pitsuwan, has stated his hopes to see more private-public partnerships, representing and made in the language of the market. ASEAN connectivity is indeed a Herculean project, don't you think? But it is also the glue for making a sustainable ASEAN community. A vibrant community will not only benefit us, but also our partners, and bring ASEAN to the forefront as a nation for our global communities. My name is Claudine Subayang, connecting to you from Jakarta, Indonesia. Let's make our dreams come true. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Miss Claudine. Now, from my own little Philippine experience, I can see that it's very obvious there's a lot of cooperation going on in the ASEAN region today, and I can only hope that it progresses even further. So, with that, we've had an amazing harvest of wisdom from our various contestants, and congratulations to all of you on your outstanding performances as public speakers. Now, I guess I'm gonna sing a song for you while we wait for the results.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship your holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your songs again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship his holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship his holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name.
And that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come. Still my soul will sing your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore, forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. Worship your holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. I'll worship your holy name. Yes, I will worship your holy name.
Greetings from cold Boston. Jojo and I are very glad and privileged to be able to celebrate with you the centennial of Oriental Hall, and we would like to share our personal connections with this wonderful institution in Silliman. As for me, not many know that even if I graduated with degrees in political science and law, I actually spent my first 2 years at Oriental Hall as an accountancy student at the College of Business Administration. I remember very well my wonderful experiences being honed and mentored by teachers at the accountancy program and also meeting lifelong friends. How about you, Joe?
Well, I'm just happy that I made a contribution to Oriental Hall by drafting the concept paper to Socona, and we raised funds for the renovation of Oriental Hall, and that is for the transfer also of the Student Affairs Office.
Well, you are so modest, but that was a significant contribution. As Jojo has mentioned, the Student Affairs offices now sit at Oriental Hall, and both of us being past presidents of the student government, we feel such a special connection to that as well. So there you have it. We are just glad to be part of this, and
Stay safe and well.
Yeah, take good care.
Before we announce the winners of the 2021 McINTIRE Oratorical Composition, our founding father, Dr. David Hibbard, actually prepared a list of all of the previous winners. So, with that, let's take a trip back in time to see all of our previous champs. And now it is time to announce the champion of the 2021 McINTIRE Oratorical Contest. The winner this year is... With that, it is time to celebrate. Happy 100th birthday to Oriental Hall. Happy centennial to the home of student affairs of Silliman. God bless you with another century of glory. Take care, everyone.